feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride away.
All right, let me see. Glasses Malone is chiming in. Here we go.
Still gonna get a chip. You still get your play. It's
but even that though, like he just not hip. He don't get it. He's not hip.
Huh?
No, he's not hip.
I mean, he was he
No, he wasn't even the whole time. He's just incredible.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? He never been hip. He's incredible. He's an incredible talent.
Right.
He's like he could morph into anybody. He could write his ass off. He can do whatever. He can emulate, like whatever. Like he's like a incredible talent.
Okay.
But he's never been hipped. He never been hipped this whole time. He never. That just ain't what he about. Because
you're saying he never was culturally.
He's never been cool.
He kind of was like a Build-A-Bear from the culture. He was taking little pieces from here and here.
He's just cool, bro. He's just dope as fuck.
Yeah, okay.
He's just like
bro. He like the homie who got the firehouse and the car and the clothes, and niggas need to use it, so they keep him. They let him do something.
Do y'all believe that? I mean, whether you think somebody's cool or not, that could be subjective. But I thought for a good amount of years, especially after that Future era, I want to say around 2015 to 2016, definitely to 2020, it felt like Drake seemingly was always around all the things in hip hop that were the most commercialized and the most popular and the most, and what the cool crowd would say. He's kicking it with Thug in them. He's kicking it with Future. He's with all the guys that you would say is that. I don't know.
He just
That's
dope.
what it looked like it was to me.
He's the type of nigga that'd make a video tonight wearing gloves. Like, I'm about to bring gloves back.
Straight up.
Even though problem right here, wear them. Yeah, claim it like that.
And
He's
just
one of them type niggas.
like even today with the lawsuit, everybody know
The
marketing.
lawsuit is
you did that to try to
crazy.
counter out the video because you see what's getting
Which
ready
ain't
to
gonna
happen.
do nothing, but he don't know it's not gonna do nothing but make it bigger.
No,
Make it
that's
bigger.
the show.
But he don't know because the things that we know, we had this conversation. This is another time where I was like, man, I ain't finna talk to AD for about a week or two. When I'm telling y'all this is about culture, we all know what's cool. We push our own envelope, right, to be unique, but we still stay within the space of cool.
Right,
like we ain't finna just put on no dress or go too far. P might wear some easy gloves, but that's within the realm of cool. Like we okay. And he still gotta break it. He still gotta make it happen with the gloves. Drake just don't get cool. He just not cool. He's not even cool when he talk. When he talk, he just not cool. He like a regular person talking.
Like when he did that shit with his hair and the colorful little things.
Yeah.
In it.
It's
That
like
shit.
I get what you were trying to do, but you don't know how to like braids or something.
Yeah,
but it's
the braid
not.
shit.
But it's like be braids in there, but it's like that didn't come across that way. Like you don't get what makes this work, and that's what hip hop is all about. That factor. AD, you might don't know what a Grand National is, but you know what you know was not cool.
100%.
Yeah.
You ain't finna show up around this motherfucker with no purse.
Right.
I don't care how much everybody culturally saying you can wear a man purse. You like, yeah, that's a little too non-Compton for me.
Right.
You won't even sacrifice it for your nothing else. You know you be talked about. You know it'll get you some press, all the above. But you know where we come from.
You can't
it
go.
ain't
You
cool.
can't. But like I said, that's different though. That's some shit where it's like the painting nails and all that. Like that's some shit I never do.
But again, that's because you know what's cool. And then there's people like with him. He's really just the goods. That nigga just talented and skilled
as fuck
out of this world. The nigga was skilled from the first day, bro. The nigga is unbelievable. But he also, this is one of the first times in hip hop that somebody.
Nah, I disagree. It's not cool. I don't think it's cool. I think Kendrick tapped into this like cultural wave that culturally, I don't think no one could really compete with Kendrick on that level because people feel like he's someone for the culture. Here's why I disagree with that. I think using cool is you projecting whatever you think on Drake rather than really analyzing this particularly. Because here's the thing. A lot of what hip hop considers cool, and even with the culture word too, it's a bunch of bullshit. Young Thug getting a bunch of people murdered in Atlanta. Is that cool? King Von, is that cool? Is half of the shit that hip hop promotes cool? You get to realize it's a way to kind of reject people. You get what I mean? And a lot of it's projected, right? Because there is no actual real like rubric of what that is. It's the way to just kind of push anybody out they feel is odd or don't go along with whatever. Somebody say no. Nobody would say that Young Thug ain't cool. Nobody would say that niggas like Dirk and King Von ain't cool. Stop it. What I'm saying is that the only part I'll agree with is that it's not a cool thing. It's more about I would probably use the word cultural, even though I have some issues with that word at times. But culturally, it's yo, we live next to each other coming from a certain area. We don't call the police on each other, even though we got in a fight. We just don't call the police, right? Oh, it's like shared understandings, right? So it's like we get into a rap feud, even if somebody gets hurt, we don't sue the other person. It's like, yo, we two people from a neighborhood, I beat you up, you don't sue me. Right? And if you go against that, that's kind of like, it stands out very blatantly. Like, oh, maybe this guy doesn't understand like this rubric of codes that's already understood by everyone that belongs to this. Right? Oh, he don't get it. That we don't just do that. That's that type of shit we don't do. So I don't think that's about cool, because I don't think cool or not, if you file a lawsuit, like what the fuck I gotta do with it? I think about it just like there's a cultural understanding where almost including the police or including law enforcement is always going to be seen as similarly as including or cooperating with law enforcement to get somebody else in trouble. And even though he's not getting at Kendrick, the mere fact that Kendrick is the backdrop or he's the opposite side of what he's complaining about to his label is seen as, oh, that's what you're doing? Nah, we don't do that. Even if he got a reason.
He wasn't cool, got into that position. That never happened before. Part of the blog era, they like, people felt like they had.
Yeah, I hate that word cool. Because, all right, let's think about everybody who supposedly held that position. And that's why that word cool is just, it's a subjective word. Okay, cool. I would ask Glasses Malone, was Kanye cool? Because Kanye was in that position too. And then up until what point was he not cool? When he put the MAGA hat, he wasn't cool no more, right? But before then, when he was going against some of these big corporations, or he was on TV saying, yo, George Bush don't like black people, I bet he was cool then. It's really subjective. Like these guys, when they say some of these things, it's like you can see through it. They're just basically saying, oh, and this is why I think it's really a brilliant move by Kendrick with the not like us thing, because even this use of cool is kind of using the same sentiment. Whatever is cool is whatever they feel they would do. So, again, when he says cool, I'm substituting for the word cultural. It's like, and when I mean cultural, there's a cultural understanding. Right? Like for example, even certain things I do. Like, for example, right? Like, culturally, there's an understanding that, you don't be asking either certain questions, or you don't ask a man how much money he got in his pocket. I love the pocket watch. That's my favorite thing to do. But culturally, there's almost, it's more than culturally. I think that's just a regular shit, period. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think that's what they're accusing Drake of going against. They're saying you are looking worse because your actions are sticking outside the norms of someone who seems to lack the understanding and the cultural codes and norms that everybody else seems to follow.
Has somebody that they could relate to in him, but really he not even like them.
So question. So if does he just need to go, or is there any way for him to get close back to what he was? Me personally, I think if I'm him,
if you have the antics like this, it's gonna make shit
stop.
worse and worse.
I take my 15
worse
years
and worse.
Get on. Like I did something that nobody has ever done ever. Like if somebody told me, hey, I'm gonna give you a career, but you only got 15 years, but you gonna run it for 15 and you gotta stop. And then that's the only way I can start. I'm taking that.
I just think he got to get back to the music, bro.
Yeah, I'm like,
it should have been. No. It should have been the music from the jump.
No, but that's the thing that he's really great at.
But I'm saying it'll never happen again. He has to ghostwrite from here on out.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he'll have his relevant place to culture as far as where he was. But at the end of the day, where he's outstanding at, that's what he should depend on. He's never been outstanding in nothing else.
But I'm saying now.
You saying he should quit music altogether?
I think he should start ghostwriting.
That's the thing.
Okay, look, right now.
Wait, what is he saying?
Nothing else. And he'll have his relevant place to culture as far as where he was. But at the end of the day, where he's outstanding at, that's what he should depend on. He's never been outstanding in nothing else.
But I'm saying now.
You saying he should quit music altogether?
I think he should start ghostwriting.
That's the thing.
Okay, look, right now, P. If he was to drop an album tomorrow, how much do you think it would sell first week?
Who, Drake?
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
It depends on how if it's directed at the situation. Everybody gonna listen for that first week. What will it do the next week is what we should be at. Will it sustain?
I'm just saying,
we're gonna click to hear if he say something slick.
Of course, but do you think like he still has the capability of breaking records now, like he's done before with the current climate of what he's going through right now?
No.
Okay.
I get why you can. Yeah.
No.
Because I get why you think. Yeah. Because it does require a level of cool, especially today.
I mean, it's just you just showed that you're not.
Again, my issue with that word cool. And I'm not only saying this because Drake has filed a lawsuit. Their question is not answered by cool. I think their question, is primarily answered by these labels. If Drake fixes his issue with Universal, we're going to get an amazing project. No, not amazing project. We're going to get Drake doing amazing numbers. If Drake is still beefing with Universal, them numbers is going to look mid. But I think that's for every artist. I think what they're showing is Drake ain't bigger than the program. And the only person bigger than the program is one named Taylor Swift. That's it.
Yeah, but
this
other shit he doing that's fucking him up.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't the music. It's the off the court antics. It's like,
and then everybody looking at all the shit he been doing this whole time and realizing that shit was never cool. But the one place that he's always been outstanding at is making records. Like he needs to just make an album.
I would definitely get me a new artist. Don't tell anybody. Write all the music.
Because he about to drop an album party next door.
And make that the move.
Don't tell anybody you're my artist.
Don't tell anybody. Just like do it how Usher was doing, like with the Justin Bieber thing. Niggas found out after it blew up.
I mean,
Eric Phillips, thank you for the super chat. He said, "Ak, where'd you get the hat from?" This is actually this is one of our merch. This is one of our merch. You go to theacademy.shop, and I think this should be on it, or it might be on our. I think we're having like a Black Friday sale or something like that. Andrew Gomez, thank you for the 2. It says Russell Westbrook wears skirts, but he's cool, right? Keith Grimes says it's a trade-off. The hood guy always wants to be associated with the cool guys and vice versa. It's like high school in a way with the athletes and the hood guys. Walter, he says, I don't think Kendrick has ever had haters. And Eric also says, you're doing circles around the fact it's soft. Make me feel like if Drake ratted, you'd be justifying too. Nigga, I love rats. What are y'all talking about? I love rats. What the hell? I don't need to justify it. Be like, yo, he's my favorite rat. The hell? Yo, you got to realize, when it come to me, this won't be the first rat I'm jacking. Like, yo, I don't know about y'all. It won't be the first rat I'm jacking. Like, yo, jacked a couple rats. Pause. DeMar Bennett, he says, how when Drake got sued for tailor-made freestyle, no one said anything. But when he sued UMG, he's soft. By the way, neither of those were lawsuits. They were preemptive actions. One was a cease and desist for tailor-made, and he's filed a petition with UMG. I mean, that's a good point. Story to Tell says, in this culture, you have to adapt. You can't truly become yourself until you get popular. Queen Jones, she said, 100,000 were watching you stream daily during the beef. The video of you seeing he dropped your top video, we all watched like, not like us, 1,000 times over the world. There are no bots. So let me give you my like my opinion on like this bots thing, right? So here's how I think about it, right? So Not Like Us has 914 million streams on Spotify. I think, honestly, 100 million of those are bots. Even then, it's negligible. Like, the whole botted thing, I think you guys have to understand what it is. Bots aren't supposed to be for the entire life of the project. Bots are supposed to fool people that this is popping now, that you go listen to it, right? So, I would say 90%, in my opinion, 90% of those streams are probably real. But there is still 10% fake. And I'm not saying only for that song. I think damn near almost every song. Now, it's about when those botted streams come into play. Right? When do those botted streams come into play? Sometimes they get trickled in over the time of a month and a half, because that's during the rollout period. Sometimes it might be the first 2-3 weeks. Who knows? Again, I would be an idiot to say there are no botted streams in Not Like Us. But I'd also be an idiot to say that song isn't insanely popular. And for the songs that we do know with 1 billion streams, this do feel like a 1 billion stream song in terms of like popularity. Now, here's the thing too. Remember I said this about Drake? I did say this about Drake. Drake is so popular. Like, for example, he shows up to July 4th, White Party. Michael Rubin says himself, we made sure that song never got played. Drake might not actually know the popularity of the song because no one's going to play it around him. Like, he's not just chilling outside where cars are passing. Every environment Drake is in, he creates, or it's created around him. So he might be like, bro, I don't hear this song nowhere. How the fuck y'all keep saying this? Like, he might see some videos on YouTube. But every time he goes outside or he goes to a concert, everybody's listening to his shit. So he's thinking, yo, how y'all saying this shit's effect? Like, how? Like, he doesn't see it. Imagine really creating your atmosphere where, like, you're never seeing what everybody is seeing normally. Like, truth be told, what I see on Twitter, I kind of see generally in the real world. Now, I see people liking the song. I don't see people trolling about the song. On Twitter, that's the only thing. On Twitter, they troll. Like, Twitter niggas, it's just all trolling. Right? But do I see people? Yeah. Like, when would Drake ever hear that song other than him looking on Twitter? If he goes to a club, they're not playing it. Like, no one in their right mind will play it. Know where he's at. Andrew Gomez, 10 for the 2. He says, Not Like Us has 178 million views on YouTube, as well as the music video has 178 million views, which means the song and the video has 178. He's like, is that weird? Or am I tripping? He says that alone just makes it feel like it's botted. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I don't think it's botted like to that extent, again, 10%, whatever. You know what? I don't think it's botted to some ridiculously crazy extent, bro. My nigga, if you ask me to name 10 songs, or let's say 5 songs that dropped this year, I'm definitely naming Not Like Us. I'm definitely naming it, bro. Like, come on. Not Like Us. All right. Yeah, so the video, let me zoom in a little bit. The video has 178, and the audio has 178. Oh, they both have 178. Oh, shit. Video was dropped 2 months after. Okay. Makes a little sense. Sorry. Who else? Story to Tell says, in this culture, you got to adapt. You can't truly become yourself. Okay, we read that already. Who else? YL Royal says, J. Cole said it was the bots in the beef in Port Antonio. Yeah, but part of J. Cole saying that, I think he's just talking about generally. This is bots in the game. I really don't think the successful artists, like, even with me saying this about Kendrick botting, like, I do think he used bots. But I don't think Kendrick himself is there like, yo, bro, get me the bots. Like, no. Bro, PG Lang, Kendrick has some of the smartest people working in digital with him. I ain't gonna lie to you. Half of the smart people that I used to work with, because I work with other companies, they've left those jobs and just work with PG Lang. I don't want to mention their names because I love those guys and I want them to keep getting the money that they're getting. So they have really smart people over there. So I'm pretty sure Kendrick's not sitting around saying, let's get the fucking bots. But I'm pretty sure they're saying, yo, we're going up against Drake. Everything we do gets put against Drake. Yo, let's get some more fucking streams. Okay, Kendrick was going to do 30? Fuck that. Juice it to 45. Fuck it. Who knows? All right. Okay, I thought we played this already. Oh no, I'm playing the wrong thing. Sorry.
This shit is just he in a fight right now that's lasting too long, bro.
Okay. And then
they go to Akademiks stream and do the streaming.
Don't make no sense.
You don't fuck with that.
I thought, but that's his biggest supporter.
Yeah, but he's not really supported. Like they using each other. They don't really.
No.
Has he ever called in? Has he ever called in the Akademiks before?
No.
He never gave him that stamp. No.
He texts him.
At least that's what he's saying.
He's been going this hard for Drake, and he's never called in.
He's never called in.
That's false.
Ever.
No. He don't fuck with dude.
No fucking way.
He never called in the stream.
I thought he called in by now.
No.
Nigga, as hard as he go for him.
No.
Damn.
But that's because it don't also be in.
It's actually false. Like one of the first times I like fucking passed out on stream, me and Drake took shots. I'm like, come on.
It don't be in also like it don't be in like true fashion. It really just being like Flock doing that. Like Flocko done. It's like it's not real. You don't genuinely believe this. You just keeping shit up for no reason, like on some goofer shit, like just goofy. You know what I mean?
I think an Akademiks situation, he actually talks to him, right?
He talks to him.
At least that's what he
but
said.
Flocko doesn't. Flocko's just spinning like narratives to keep shit going.
Yeah, but I think even
Akademiks is really talking to the nigga.
But how do
And
you
Drake could like send him records and shit to play.
Yeah, he really talked to
but
him.
how do you and I don't think he's sending records. I think somebody over yours
From his
sending
team?
records. Yeah, because he don't fuck with him. It's obvious he don't fuck with Ak. That's what pissed me off. It be the people going hard against the people that would fuck with them for people that would never. Man, he wouldn't piss on Ak if Ak was on fire.
Damn.
He just wouldn't, bro. That's why he hasn't. You
Let's
don't
call
think?
Action Week and see if he would piss on him. You think?
No.
No.
Think about it. Ak, feel me? Look.
Who's that guy in the back? That's funny as hell.
You don't think Ak stream would benefit hugely from Drake showing up?
Right.
For sure.
100%.
So like, and by the way, I keep hearing this. So 2 things. Ever since the battle, number one, I always tell people, and I don't know why they've created their own narrative with this. The 2 biggest jumps ever in my career, the 2 biggest jumps, right? The third I would say is 6ix9ine. And actually, I think the war in Chirac comes in at 5th. So this is the top 5 jumps in my career. I would say this. Me being the central hip-hop media / media personality in the Drake and Kendrick battle. Even our streaming numbers. Like these days we average 17 grand concurrently for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. Before, we were like 10, it almost doubled, like to certain extent, right? Cool. So that, to me, that was a huge jump, right? The second jump in my career was me covering, and this, so obviously there's acknowledgement with Drake in the first. The second one was me covering Drake and Meek. Okay? A lot of people, I don't know why they think like this War in Chirac shit is the thing that got me whatever. No. I remember my platform, every video I was doing, these 4-minute videos, 300,000 right after that. Because I was doing like 120, 150 by myself. After that, 300K every video. Like my average was just like 100K extra. Okay, so that's the first 2. Then the third one is 6ix9ine era, right? 6ix9ine is just marketing genius. Fourth thing is gonna be me cornering the market on SoundCloud rapper era. That like all those, that audience really helped build me. And then 5th, if we're going there, I guess it would be War in Chirac. I forgot what the 5th was going to be otherwise. But anyway, here's the point. Like, I don't know why people don't see that the benefit. Like, I'm already reaping the benefits. Now, it's like people want him like sitting next to me. Or people want more. Which I guess I understand too. I mean, shit, I'm not going to complain. Like, now,
hard against the people that would fuck with them for people that would never. Man, he wouldn't piss on Ak if Ak was on fire.
Damn.
He just wouldn't, bro. That's why he hasn't.
Let's call Action Week and see if he would piss on him. You think?
No.
No.
Think about it. Ak, feel me? Look, Ak,
that
you
nigga is hilarious. Who even his voice sound funny. Who is that?
don't think Ak stream would benefit hugely from Drake showing up?
Right.
For sure.
100%.
1,000%.
It'll be crazy if he.
I think it'll benefit Drake too.
1,000%.
especially right now.
So
Now, I'll give a little bit of credence to what's being said here, though. I do believe, as people are pushing this narrative that you are, even as Glasses says, you're not cool or you're anti-culture, they want you to do something that makes you feel or look cultural. And maybe the XQC or Aiden Ross look isn't that. But I'm going to be honest with you. And this is another thing too. Like, do y'all think there's anybody who's younger who consumes hip hop, who would watch a stream or watch or whatever, that knows about Drake that never heard about me? Just being honest. Even if Drake did that, they still wouldn't be happy. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I think the better comparison is that maybe if he did a Kai stream, it would have been maybe more culturally accepted than him just sitting with because I think that's what they're trying to say to, which that's a point. That is a point. I'll give it to them. I think everything that Drake does now that comes off in this cultural rubric as non-cultural, he gets more flack for it. And they're waiting for him to do something that seems like, oh, he gets it. He one of us. He like, oh, he a nigga. Like, he gets it. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, that has been missing a little bit. Or maybe he just hasn't taken proper care for that. And I think, again, that has nothing to do with doing a stream with me. Because honestly, I think niggas, the people who like me, and the people who hate me, that even if he did a stream with me, bro, there's niggas on Twitter who claim that Drake lost because of me. Like, bro, you can't appease motherfuckers like that, bro. So I agree in generality that some people are wanting to see a cultural move by him. I actually disagree, thinking that just because I'm black, they would be like, oh, okay. No, I think when the people bring it up and bring me up, because play this, Glasses is still one of the same motherfuckers who's saying, oh, I don't get it, when half of the things that we disagree with. So Drake sitting with me is not going to make you feel like, oh, Drake gets it now. You're going to still say the same thing, right? Mostly you're bringing this up to put it in the air to be like, I don't know why Axe supports him. And the reason why that's important, because Drake is, I'm being honest with you, Drake is down to a very few people who support him. Media-wise, that nigga is down to 0. Like, and you could call it whatever. Obviously, he's my favorite rapper, but still, y'all should know, like, this isn't necessarily just only a Drake thing. Bro, at the moment when Tekashi 6ix9ine, his own label wouldn't work with him, I'm the only person who, like, that's never been my MO. Like, my MO has never been, oh, okay. I just always call that fake. Oh, okay, everybody's not fucking with Drake now. Let me just get up on out of here. Also, here's the thing, too. If you wanted to treat any type of relationship or even a situation as whatever that you have leverage, you think I couldn't go to Drake and be like, yo, Drake, I need this look right now, or else I'm going to be joining the group of niggas kicking your back in? But that's just not me. Like, I don't ask for nothing. Like, to keep it real, call me a cheap date then. Like, bro, I'm just not here begging these rappers. Like, I built my platform on being able to say fuck you to a rapper when I need to. I don't need them to give me, like, these handouts. Cool. I talk to you. I get whatever I get from you. Like, if we sit down, that's cool. But I'm not here just trying to, okay, just whenever. No, I'm cool with that. But maybe I'm just a cheap date. Who knows?
Well, then why hasn't he done it if this is the hardest part? He went and did Charlamagne shit. He went Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club don't support him.
Yeah, but he's not done the breakfast. But see, that's intellectually dishonest. He doesn't rock with the Breakfast Club. Bro, he doesn't rock with none of these guys. He doesn't rock with the Breakfast Club. He don't like Elliot Wilson. He don't fuck with Joe. Him and Joe had like this interesting like hot and cold relationship. I remember one of the last times I was trying to make sure, because Joe my guy. I was trying to explain certain shit to him, and then he doubled down and he said, bro, the dude is saying weird shit about me. Like, that's not just rap critic. Like, he's trying to throw some weird shit in the ear about me, and I'm not cool with that. All right, okay, I get that. But he don't fuck with nobody else in media. And here's my only thing that's a little bit dishonest about that. Because the majority of the media, our job as the media is to have these, not only relationship, but these sources. Everybody who has a substantial platform, not one of them have a line to the biggest rapper. That, like, to me, that's why I say to y'all, that association pays me its weight in gold. It's worth its weight in gold. He don't like Charlamagne. He don't like none of these niggas. Everybody, you can't name one guy. Who? Millie Moore? All right, let's give Millie Moore. And again, maybe I also look at just like, for example, I don't know if I could tell this story without saying it. I don't know if I can say. I don't want to throw this artist under the bus neither. Yeah, I can't say that the story. I was gonna tell you about it's another artist who I've championed a lot. We're supposed to do an interview. This is one of the top 3 niggas. I champion a lot. We're supposed to do an interview. Do promise me an interview. I'm not pushing you with interviews like that. I just really don't give a fuck. Like I just the majority of what I get done is not by just sitting next to a nigga, whatever. I run my mouth, I talk my shit, whatever. Some shit happened really behind the scenes. It actually turned into some legal stuff. I don't want to get too much into it. And the person saw me posting them less and showing them less love. And they hit me up and they said, yo, bro, I feel like maybe you're feeling a way that we haven't done the interview yet because you haven't supported me. Yo, let's just do it. We could do it this week. And nigga, of course I could just it's an interview y'all all want. Like I could just be like, oh, let's go right now. And I literally explained to myself, bro, that has nothing to do with it, bro. I'm never moving like a girl over an interview. I said, this is what happened based on some posting. It turned to some legal stuff. And because of that, we kind of chilled off, blah, 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 blah. And he said, oh, shit. Oh, I didn't know. I said, yeah, well, I've been talking to your label, this and third. Everything is being rectified. Cool. But the dude really thought that, I was, feeling a way about not doing an interview with him, even though he's promised me that we're going to do it. I don't look at me supporting that artist as you need to do an interview with me. And if it comes or it doesn't come, pause, or it takes a year, or it takes 2 years, I don't care. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's how the media works, but I do want to ask the majority of the media this question. How, y'all have y'all sources too, a lot of y'all. But why does the biggest artist in the game not fuck with none of y'all? That's a really good question to ask. It's a really good question that half of listen, I'm the guy who's never been invited to none of these rooms y'all claim y'all be doing. But for the current contemporary dudes, half of them don't want to. I remember X when he was alive. God rest the dead. He hated Complex more than he hated Satan. He was about to break. He was on probation for some. You guys know. He couldn't get approval. He was gonna fly in. This is how said he was about Complex. Just like what he said. I'm coming everyday struggle. And I want to clear this up because he hated how shit was. Here's my thing. I've told y'all before. Y'all got to come up with your own explanations. For somebody who sits here and cusses out artists all day, why do some of these artists fuck with me and they don't fuck with you? And I don't do anything or say anything about an artist for an interview. I don't give a fuck. I have 4 pieces of content with YoungBoy. Not one came out, and I'm cool with it. I could have snaked him 50 times and just dropped everything. You get what I'm saying? No. I'm wishing the best for him. You know what I mean? And for me, that's important, but that's just my way of how I keep stuff going. You get what I'm saying? I remember saying publicly when it came to the Drake situation, I said, Elliot had 4 interviews with him. Elliot's an elderly, he's an older statesman when it comes to media. I could see if Drake is gonna do a big interview if they were cool. He'd be like, "Yo, kind of have a thing. I'm gonna do Elliot. Maybe I get around to you." I never asked ever. No, Drake can't say I ever asked him for an interview ever. The only thing I've ever asked Drake, I said, "Yo, other for tickets." I said, I know your album's about to come out. Give me the heads up before that I know. Just let me know because I do the streaming stuff, blah blah blah. That helps me. Anything else is voluntary. Anything else is whatever. Now, granted, and I think I'm pretty transparent. I think Drake has realized that a lot of these associations with him have either fell out or feel a certain type of way because they all felt like he promised them interviews. and they don't like him because of that, or they've said things that are probably to him dishonest or whatever because they feel like he's done whatever to them. Do I think that Drake, probably in hindsight at this point, be like, oh shit, this nigga Axe supports me not only really as a fan, the dude's has a big platform. Yeah. Do I think I need to get paid? Unlike these other niggas, the only payment I get is from every rapper's label. I love saying that. And from the hard work I put in. Okay, that's good enough for me. Also, I always told people this thing because they never believed me. Like, they used to say the same thing. And I always say, why am I number one, but y'all keep questioning me on my strategies? Let me give another one. Everybody always say, man, how much does 6ix9ine pay? I always told him, 6ix9ine never gave me $1 to this day. We've never exchanged money with each other, ever. They always said, yo, they owe you millions. And I always looked at those people and said, well, we just have different point of view in how we work shit. My 1-2 combination with 6ix9ine and making him the most or one of the most relevant people in the years where he was effective makes every label came to me with a blank check and said, Akademiks, we want you to go on vacation with this guy. We want you to do this. Write your price. I didn't need $1 from 6ix9ine. I got it from everybody else. 6ix9ine's my guy. Thank you, 6ix9ine. That's your alley-oop to me. And by the way, I probably threw my alley-oop too because his label re-up and gave him $13 million. That's what I don't know about business. So when I be hearing some of this stuff, I'm like, I've never said I want to be friends with Drake. I've always said I know Drake. I like Drake, the artist. I don't know if I like him as the person. And even though I communicate with him, I don't know if I'm talking to Drake, the artist. I'm not talking to, Drake. Like, we're not in Turks having freak up. What the fuck? No. I think I'm pretty, honest and fair with that. Word to the wise. You gain a lot more. Put it like this. Part of it's ironic that they finally just give me the number one media personality when I'm the only one that now can talk to the number one rapper. It happens. It's cool. I get the game. I've been studying it for 10 years. And as long as the next rapper that come along, I'm either his best friend or we beefing, I don't give a fuck. As long as we don't ignore each other. Like, that's what I like to be in. Either I hate you, you hate me, or we cool. I don't give a fuck, all right? I let it play, though.
They just be making jokes and shit and all that. He fuck with the homies, but he don't fuck with Ak, who pushing the narrative for him. This is the same thing we talking about. Y'all shouldn't be going hard for niggas that don't have no implications for you.
But that's just not Drake. That's men in general. I see that just happen too fucking much.
Yeah.
Facts. Motherfuckers be having the pom-poms with niggas. They ain't never even fucking share the sound.
I don't know.
Now, I'll also, again, I'm trying to be very transparent here. Even though I think the people are saying this, no matter, I can't say anything to them for them to feel happy, right? Put it like this. The moment's going to come that, that me and Drake do something, pause, some content or whatever. And you know what they're going to say? Yo, bro, he waited until he really needed you, or like he really fell off now. That's why you can never please people, right?
I don't know how could a nigga like you
now. But I was gonna give them some credit for saying this. I do believe, and they're right to a certain extent with kind of analyzing Drake. Wait, what did they just say? They made a decent.
How could a nigga like you?
Yeah, I do blame Drake for fake, French. I think part of the reason people keep thinking that Drake owes me something is because of how many fake friends Drake has had. And they feel like, yo, if he's done or he's hung out in a very fake way with a lot of fake niggas, how are you genuinely fucking with him or supporting him, but we're not seeing that? And I think that's their optics. And I'll agree with I think Drake has definitely had a lot of fake friendships, or it looked like they were friends, but it was fake. But I don't immediately relate it back to me. Like, oh, okay. Well, if you did all that for Rick Ross or whoever, and them niggas just start clowning you or whatever, damn, nigga. I'm over here. No, I don't look at it like that. But that could be me though.
Y'all in the same business. Y'all could benefit each other. But
why
he's
not?
supposed to
Why not fuck
you.
with each other?
Now it's different if you don't know somebody, right? Who ain't came to the community, you may don't know them.
Right.
So then you can say that, but y'all all the West, right? That's the thing. But I'm like, I fuck with you, but I don't show up here.
Right.
How is that real?
Right.
True.
This is the point of it is you support the people you fuck with. Warren G told me a long time ago, probably about 4 years ago, he said, man, Glasses, if people want to help you, if people want to see you win, they'll help you win. So I don't know how the fuck could he be going this hard for a nigga that won't show up on the stream, that won't really benefit him, just to be on the opposite end of a bunch of niggas from California that really be on some bullshit.
Right.
That's for sure. Like, you really playing with something that people may not forgive.
Man.
Right. Playing a dangerous game, huh?
Man, this is getting kind of crazy, to be honest with you.
Bro, this whole shit though, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, man. I think I said today, I hit King. Shit, I said G right. I told everybody who was right, they was right. I told King, you right, bro. You was right.
But what?
King said it was gonna be Ja Rule. I said, no, it ain't.
You said 6 months.
I said, no, it ain't.
You said
I
6
said
months.
if he don't apologize, he'll be Ja Rule.
But
I think Drake is Ja Rule. I do believe that the things that have kind of came down at the same time for Drake. This is really bad timing. This is really bad timing. And if I was him, if I was going through this label break, I would have went through it. No. If I was going through this label negotiation, I would have went through it with silence. Because sometimes if you're quiet enough, people will be like, damn, I wonder what he's planning. I feel like a lot of people are looking at Drake to be like, oh, no, we see him shooting. We just don't know if he's shooting blanks. And that's where they're coming with this Ja Rule aspect. But here's the thing. Dropping right now is futile anyway. His label's not fucking with him. Drake's own label ain't fucking with him. So anything he drops is going to be completely diminished. It's not going to be regular high-powered Drake.
But this is why.
So you should have chilled out. Yo, listen, you're not going to defeat these labels, right? And even if you have this private dispute with them, whenever you figure it out, you come back. And maybe that's what he intended, and this was only a preemptive move to kind of, not really scare them, but kind of like, yo. Because I think he's been trying to really tease like, yo, I'll leave. I'll leave. But now it's he would have to fix the situation with the label first.
6 months and nobody was gonna care.
Listen, this is why. He's doing cornball shit. He keeps doing cornball shit, and then Doc keep doing cool shit.
Yeah.
So it just make the cornball shit look even more cornballish.
Yeah, just out cooling this nigga at this point.
Even crazier, Doc is in the videos nonchalant.
Just chilling.
He chilling.
Because this is really him at peace.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This is not him projecting who he wants to be, who he wants y'all to see him as. This is him just being a nigga that it took him to become a big homie for him to realize embracing this culture is everything. And now you can move it how you want. You can do whatever you want.
Fire.
And the fact that we were talking about this earlier, after 12 years, it hits you. Like, niggas don't get a chance to stand around 12 years, then do this.
Right.
Niggas usually got to do this to get cracking.
Right.
Like,
but that's because we all had to go through the streets.
Oh, for sure.
He went through the blogs.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't have to come through. We didn't have to approve of his music to represent us like how our journey is a little different. He came just a little after, and college kids kind of start dictating the journey at that point.
Right.
Bloggers.
Right.
It's crazy how comfortable he is and looks now.
It's crazy.
All right, man. Well, interestingly enough, Kendrick let me hear this.
That the average MC ain't thinking about writing. And
Oh man, I could tell. Niggas is gonna act like this is the best thing since cook crack, huh? All right. Anyway, so on the project,